Congratulations, you've made it to the final course in the program. This short presentation provides an overview of what you can expect for the Capstone Project in EDTC670. The Capstone Project focuses on a central question. How can we, as educational technology experts, design and implement research-supported technology-based learning experiences that improve student learning? We explore this question throughout the semester as you design, develop, and implement, and eventually evaluate your Capstone Project and the experience you have had in working through this project. To answer this question, you create a Capstone Project. You will pull from the content and skills you have learned throughout the program. The Capstone Project becomes a demonstration of what you have learned, and it demonstrates your expertise as an educational technologist. So exactly what is a Capstone Project? It consists of 5 distinct phases. The project is carried out in a classroom, which is a K-12 learning environment that you have access to and permission to work in. You identify a learning issue that students in this environment are experiencing. You design a technology-based solution that is supported by research, and you implement this solution. You then evaluate how successful the solution was in helping the students overcome this learning issue. Although you will learn more about the Capstone Project as you engage in the content in the course, let's briefly discuss the 5 phases. In sum, the project follows an instructional design process. You conduct an analysis of your learners, including the learning issues some or all are experiencing. You analyze the learning environment, and you look at the research to determine the technology-based solution you will implement. In phase 2, you will design the technology-based solution and the instruction. This includes the assessments. All of this will be implemented in phase 4. In phase 3, you develop the necessary instructional materials and organize the learning environment in order to implement the technology-based solution and instruction. Phase 4 is the implementation phase. You actually teach lessons using the technology-based solution. Your students engage in instruction that you've designed and developed during phases 2 and 3. You gather data through various assessments throughout phase 4. Finally, in phase 5, you evaluate the effectiveness of your technology-based solution and the instruction you developed. How successful was the solution in helping your students with the learning issue identified in phase 1? That's a central question you'll deal with in phase 5. Capstone projects, despite following the same 5-phase process, can go in very different directions. Strong projects include several elements. 1. They focus on a specific data-supported learning issue that your students are experiencing. 2. The technology-based solution and instruction that you design, develop, and implement is supported by the research that you have read and summarized. 3. Implementation of the technology-based solution and the supporting instruction is carried out for at least 4 weeks. And during this time, you've collected a variety of student assessment data so you can determine whether the technology-based solution was successful. And finally, a careful analysis of the data has been completed. So don't get lost in all of this right now. We will systematically go over each phase in detail.